guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Classic one from Toto today. We're learning how to do Rosanna. Rosanna. So this one, I'm doing the single edit of this. So that kind of outro jam section that they do, I was actually just polishing this up this morning, and then I was like, listened to the official video, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot the whole outro section. And I just don't have time to get to it. So anyway, we're gonna do the single edit, which is what I was using to transcribe to. So we will be taking care of like Steve Lukather's awesome guitar solo in it, just a classic solo, and then everything up throughout the song, all the verse, chorus, pre-chorus, but just not that little outro section. So that won't be in this video. So I don't want you to be disappointed and get there and go, wait a minute, don't leave. Anyway, before I get into it though, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and ring that notification bell so you'll know when I release a new video. And if you really want to support what I do here on YouTube, please check out my Guitar Academy. It's the best way to support me doing any lessons online, whether on YouTube or in my academy itself. You'll see a link to the description in the description below to my academy. It's a free 7-day trial, so you can really check it out. You can check out all my guitar courses. You get personalized support from me. There's a lot of courses in there, from complete beginner courses to more advanced stuff on technique, improvisation, ear training, theory, guitar tone, you name it. It's a lot of stuff over there. So please come join the community by clicking the link below, and I hope to see you there. So let's jump into this. I'm in standard tuning, and now I'm not singing to this. Lately I've been kind of trying to sing along with the tracks when we're playing it, and this seems pretty simple to most people, right? It's hard to sing over though. So I'm not a very good singer, period, much less don't have a lot of skills singing while playing, much less to something like this. So Steve Lukather's actually singing here too for this verse, and playing that rhythm. So it would take me a little bit of practice to get it up there. It's practice I did not do. So anyway, that's why you're not hearing me try to sing along with these parts. Yeah, I can't do it. It's not an expertise of mine. So anyway, so let's start here with this verse, which we have this kind of halftime shuffle feel, right? So we just have this. Now, the key to this is to keep the hand, don't do this. That's not how you want to do it. You want to keep that hand moving. So watch Steve Lukather play. You know, it's very relaxed, just kind of down up motion that he keeps going. So when you continue to do that, you don't lose that feel, that groove, he kind of stays in the pocket with it, right? So when you keep that motion going, and then you don't boom, 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 ba 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 boom, boom, boom. It's going to make the time that you actually hit the string going to be different. One time there's going to be a downstroke, and then the next hit it's going to be an upstroke, and then downstroke, then upstroke. So if you watch this kind of slowly, I'm sorry, I kind of missed the strings a little bit there because I'm trying to exaggerate the movement. You don't want to actually move this far, so I'm trying to let you see the movement. So obviously that's not how you want to play it. You want to keep it smaller. So just like that. So you can see that. So I'm kind of missing the strings twice between each hit. And then after you pick it, it's kind of palm muting as well, but I kill the tone after each one. And so we do that with kind of the first 4 hits of it. So it's very important to get that kind of nice kind of feel going. So then we do this. We're going to do a down, up, then a miss the downstroke, and then hit the upstroke. So it's kind of keeping the same tempo though. So in between those, you want to keep the movement going too. So make sure you know the timing of the da, da, ba, 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 bum, 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 ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. you can kind of just hum that, right? Or clap it or whatever. And you do that within this constant down-up motion that you're doing in the hand, but you're obviously most of those hits you're going to be missing the string. That's the key to really having good rhythm skills, by the way, is you keep that momentum going in the picking hand. It's something I talk a lot about in my beginner courses, and where you really kind of keep that. So if you're stopping between each one, it's going to sound real stale, and you're not really feeling the rhythm how it's supposed to be felt. So we just do that and kind of repeat it. So I want you to, if you're not used to doing stuff like this, it seems simple, but look at yourself in the mirror, or tape yourself on your phone or whatever, just your picking hand. And if it stops, you're not playing it correctly. You want to keep that groove going by keeping that movement going and just hitting the strings when they need to be hit, but kind of flying over them when they're not. All right, so after you've done that a few times, it goes to this. So it goes to this kind of an F sus2 chord. So it's the 3rd fret on the D string, open G, 1st fret on the B, 3rd fret on the high E. Then it's kind of more of like a minor 7 chord, E minor 7. So you can just play the top 3 strings. I've seen him do sometimes live, or sometimes he'll add this E in here. The 2nd fret on the D string, open G, 3rd fret on the B, 3rd fret on the high E, or just the top strings, because there's so much instrumentation he's playing with too, like keys, and he doesn't really need to play the full chord. So but it's good to kind of play that E in there. Then we go back to that little groove. Now from here we do this. All right, so that right there is kind of jumping out of that little groove. Sorry. I hit this C major, sorry, this is just a C power chord. So it's the 3rd fret on the A, 5th on the D and the G. Hit that a couple times and then take it to an F bar chord. You can hit most of a power chord there, but you can do the full F major chord by adding that 2nd fret on the G string. And then from there, it starts kind of in the middle of that. So it kind of starts doing that riff again, but kind of with the top little part of it, and then it repeats it. So it just kind of starts coming in as you're holding that chord, and then we're gonna jump up here to this E flat major chord. So it's this 6th fret on the A string, and then the 8th fret across the D, G, and the B. And then just go back to this 5th fret on the A string. And you're just kind of doing that feel that we were doing here before, but just on the 5th fret of the A. And then just hit that and move out. So all together it sounds like this. All right, so that's kind of like the verse and the pre-chorus, really. I don't know. This next section could be called the chorus. It's kind of hard to determine what's really a chorus. That could be the end of the verse, and this could be considered a pre-chorus, but this is kind of a clean section. It's mostly played, I think, on synths and piano. All right, so so I'm kind of doing this on guitar, but I don't really think it's done on guitar. Usually I see Lukather's just kind of, he's not really playing it live at this part, so playing anything. But it's basically around a G minor chord. And then we're just gonna go up to this A minor. So you can play this, just this first chord, just the 5th fret on the D string, and then borrowing the 3rd fret across the B and the G string. And then it sounds better with the recording, I think. You just kind of take it from there, just not on the 2 middle strings. So the 7th fret on the D string and the 5th fret on the G. And then up to 8 on the D, 7 on the G. So we have this. All right, and then what we're gonna do is just go to the 8th fret on both the D and the G, hit a couple times. Back down to the previous chord with the 7th fret on the G, and back down to that A minor, which was the 7 on the D and 5 on the G. So this. And then you kind of repeat. I go back down to this G minor chord and kind of do kind of a backward rake across it, and then just go through the same thing. So up to the top chord, and then from there, we're gonna go to some distortion, the E flat power chord here, up the 7th fret of the A, the 8th fret of the D and the G, then B flat, same thing down to the 1st fret, and then that F chord. So all together for that section. All right, now you have a chorus section, which there's a lot of layer stuff going on here, but I'm kind of really doing what Steve Lukather plays live here. So it looks like this. All right, so that's kind of the 2nd fret on the G, 1st fret on the B, and then up to the 3rd fret on the G and the B. Meet you all the way. So meet you. And then here he hits this chord again, and then moves up to the 4th fret there on the B while keeping the 3rd fret on the G. So. And then we go back to the 3rd fret there on the B and the G, and slide back up to that 4th fret while keeping the 3rd fret on. Slide back to the 4th fret on the B while keeping the 3rd fret on the G there, and then hit it again. So with this. All right, now I see him gonna do 2 ways of this little ending here: the E flat to the B flat to the F. Some will start here. Which is just kind of here. The 1st fret on the D, 3rd fret on the G, and 4th fret on the B. Then the B flat power chord. Which is 1st fret on the A, 3rd on the D and the G, to the F. Then they'll do this riff again. And then he'll come up here and play different voicings of this. Maybe he kind of, the second time through, he maybe makes some full major chords. I don't know. It looks like he's doing something like that a lot of times live. So it's the full E flat major chord here. So we have this 6th fret on the A, borrowing the 8th fret across the D, G, and the B. Then the same chord, B off of B flat, so off the 1st fret of the A string. Flat major chord to that F. So the way I'm playing it is kind of like the first ending like this. kind of just power chords, and then the full chords. I need to repeat all that. All right, so then it goes back to the verse, which I love how it just goes up a whole step just to start. It's just kind of, it's a lot of times when you do in the verse section of a song, it's kind of like the lower part of the song or whatever, which it is here, but they kind of, so it's kind of dynamically lower here, but they bring it up a whole step, so it has this nice kind of floating, brighter quality about it. So, and then, it's a really cool kind of songwriting tool to use right there. So anyway, so we're back through the same exact verse we did before, same pre-chorus, which I kind of consider the pre-chorus from here. That section. And then we have those kind of, really I kind of call this like the quiet chorus maybe. And I have to say. And then to the kind of true chorus of the song. All right, so we go through all those sections again till we get to that kind of multi-layered keyboard solo. And that is what you're going to be doing on the guitar is just the verse. And then when we get to this, that's when the guitar solo will come in. So the guitar solo happens over that kind of pre-chorus type thing here. So let me play Luke with her solo. This is a classic solo. It's one of the greatest solos ever written. It's just really good. Not very long, but just so melodic and just got so many great stuff in it to check out. So let me play through it for you real quick, and then I'll show you how to play it note for note. Here we go. All right, so we got a really melodic one here with a lot of cool little licks in it. So let me take you through it phrase by phrase. So we're going to start with this opening. So we're going to start here at the 3rd fret on the D string, then hit it a couple more times. Then we're going to play 5 on the D, slide up to 7, and then pick that again with some nice vibrato. From there we have this. You're going to slide into the 5th fret on the G string, and then play the 6th fret on the B string twice. Then 5 on the G again, and then 8 on the B string twice. Then to the 6th fret on the B string, into a couple of whole step bends on the at the 8th fret on the B string. So I did a bend, release, and bent it back up. Then you're going to grab the 6th fret on the high E string, and then back to those bends at the 8th fret, another bend, release, pull off to the 6th fret, and then play 8-6 again. So all together. All right, now from there we have this lick. So that kind of deal. So we're going to start that with a slide. You're going to pick the 10th fret on the A string and slide into 12. Then play 10, 12 on the D. You're going to play both of those without sliding. Then play 10, 12, 13 on the B. I'm sorry, the G string, I'm sorry. and then play 10 on the B and then 13 on the B. So with this. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm picking all the notes up to that 13. So I'm picking the first note of the slide, and then obviously slide up. And then I'm picking all the notes till I get to that 13. So after you play that 10, 13, I'm then going to pull off to 10, hammer 11, and hammer 13. So wait this. Then come over to the high E string and play 10th fret, hammer 13, pull back off to 10, and hammer back on 13. So wait this. From there, you're going to start doing this. So that's some bends at the 13th fret on the B string, high E string. Pick it at the top of the bend again, and then release and play this without the bend. Do that again. Let's play this. Then you're going to pick that 13 one more time, shift up to 15, then play 13 again with your index finger, and then 15 again. So. And then you're going to do this. So that's a kind of an interesting little technique that he's using there. It's pretty clever. So you probably will see people do it like this. Like we did down here. It's the same thing we did here. Played up an octave. So a lot of people just automatically do it the same way, but up an octave. But what he does here is he plays this. He actually does the bend on the high E string. And then you're like, how in the world do I get that top note then? Well, he's already bent. So then all you got to do is grab the 16th fret that's already on the same string that's already bent. So just kind of in front of the ring finger, place your pinky at the 16, and you get that same note. And then release the pinky. So you're back at the 15th fret, it's already bent. Release, then down to 13. It's a really cool technique to add to your arsenal. You can even do like a whole step up like that. So it's some really cool stuff. Down to that 13. So it's like a short solo, but it's, first of all, got some killer licks in it, that kind of lick leading up to that bend. And then there's some interesting bending techniques as well. And it's just, you know, perfectly melodic. So it's just a well done solos. You can't really go wrong with it. So you learn a lot just from learning solos like that. How to do your own, basically. All right, so now from there, we just go back into the same chorus sections that we had. Kind of that quiet chorus section and then the big chorus that we did earlier. So that's pretty much all I'm going to tackle in the song. I know there's kind of the official, kind of the video and the album version. There is kind of a jam section at the end where Steve Lukather starts doing some really great solos in that one as well too. But I didn't do that one. I was originally just looking at the single edit, and then I thought twice about it this morning, but I just didn't have time to get to it. So unfortunately, we're not going to cover it today. All right, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.